What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ford Era. I am here in Memphis International Airport. I just flew in. Greg came and picked me up in Recess. What up?
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good.
Man, I thought you lived like an hour or more from here.
Hour and 15 minutes.
So that means she's a good rig right here.
Yeah.
How you been?
I ran 70, 75 the whole way. What else? You know, it's been good.
Yeah. You know, they can talk all the smack they want. You got a coyote swap, you got a coyote swap. Dude, this truck is running great.
Little 302 with a 3-speed tranny.
All in mud.
Get muddy.
And now we're, wait for it. We're officially in Arkansas. Or is it Arkansas? What?
Arkansas.
It's spelled Arkansas.
We're Arkansans.
It is. And this is really nice.
Thank you.
You know what I like the most?
What's that?
I don't hear anything.
Exactly.
It's so quiet. What? Wait, look at that. Looks like you got some Fords.
A few.
I'm surprised this is actually my first time here.
And it's been how many years now? 4?
We met in Arkansas.
Yeah. And this is the first trip back to Arkansas.
Man. There's some trucks here of mine that I've never even seen. I'm looking at one now. Dude. Wow, this thing is cool. So are we just gonna get right into the video, or should I turn this off and we pick it back up?
Oh, turn it off. Let's pick and choose what we do.
All right, I'll see you guys in a second. So I brought this because I'm gonna show everybody this weekend the new Solos hubcap, and I wanted Greg's honest opinion.
So, what I'll tell you is that we're looking at the alignment on the crest, on the stamp on these, and the rotation right here. That one's got a pretty dramatic rotation. It's actually almost aligned with these two right here in the center. If you look at that one, we expected it to be dead on, but it's not.
No.
It's not dead on even. It's over
a little bit. It's a little, yep.
But it's rotated just a little bit.
Well, when I do,
I'm gonna go look at this one.
when I do make them,
look at this. That one right there is even different. And
yeah,
those are factory.
Well, you know, back then on the assembly line, they let you drink beer.
Hey, that's a Monday morning stamp.
Yeah, that's a Friday afternoon.
That's a Friday afternoon stamp.
And what's funny is some trucks are like that too.
Yeah.
I still have no idea why Snickers has an antenna on the driver's side.
Right.
I still have no idea. It's a factory antenna, and there's nothing on the passenger. But besides for that, what you think?
Oh, the quality's good. Real good. I like it. It's a clean cap. I don't see anything about it that would make anybody not want to buy the cap. I think it looks good.
So we gonna give these guys a tour of this place or what?
Yeah, I never had until we looked at this.
You never saw that they're not straight?
I never had thought about whether they line as a T or they lined in between.
Well, now we know that at least.
Yeah, so, okay. Let me lay this aside.
Hey, Bug.
I was trying to stay out.
Say hi.
How's it going?
Who are you?
Mike Rowan. Nice to meet you. I know you saw him, but I don't know the rest of the world.
And people call him Buck. I don't know who this Michael is.
I'm Buck.
And what do you do here? Kind of
Everything.
right hand.
I make them run.
Make him run. You kind of hang out. How long have you known Greg?
40 years plus. We grew up together trading stompers, so we've traded trucks our whole life. I've run with him on the road, helped him get places. Went to Mass Motorsports with him to deliver some of your stuff, and so it's been a lifetime.
So this is your playground, basically.
Oh, I've got one in there that I've started on. Some of your followers won't like it, but it's fixing to be changed from the LS on over to Ford Power. So
I personally have never been the guy that cares whether it's got an LS or not, but you're right. A lot of my followers, They want to eat you up alive about it.
They will, but you know, it was cheap power, 6.2.
Honestly, I agree with all of it.
BTR
For me, it's you just
stage
need to drive it. I don't care what motor's in it. Get to driving. There he is.
3. Okay.
What do you want to talk about first?
Oh, well,
I want to talk about a truck that I barely get to see. This will be the second time I ever get to see it. So this right here is a 1969 Ford F-250 factory 4x4. So that makes this an F-26. One of 524 ever produced. And basically this is the holy grail of Ford crew cab trucks. And it's the biggest pile of garbage. As you could tell, the roof's trying to leave and it's seen a lot better days. But it would be a perfect candidate to become full carbon fiber and be the big brother to Clyde, or maybe be the Bonnie to Clyde. So, what do you?
the holes that are in it, it might be the Bonnie to Clyde.
Yeah.
So for those
See Cody.
of us that don't know, tell us why this is a holy grail of crew cabs, a Bumpside crew cab.
Well, basically, they only made 524 of them. Factory 4x4, Dana 6D. It was a heavy duty, strong truck. And this one in particular is green, which I love. It came back as a 1 of 1 Mighty Report. This truck, when it was bought brand new, I forgot the name of it, but it was bought by like a oil baron company or a family, and they were super rich, and they basically made this their off-road truck, and it was on big 5-ton military axles, and it was about to get scrapped when Chase Simon got it for $41. And I was not so lucky to get it for that.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
And then I was down there and delivered
The fire truck. We traded.
Well, let's just say it was the heaviest vehicle that I've ever carried in one load, and delivered it just before.
Yeah. And that's what I traded for this, which was funny. So I paid up, Richard lost money, and Chase killed it.
Chase is the one that came out smelling like a rose on this deal.
Yeah.
Is what I'll say.
But it's crazy. It's actually a decent truck aside from the roof. Like, the floors are about as solid as you can get. It's got a little bit of cab corner stuff.
Oh, but it's not bad overall. When you look, if you walk up to this truck, and you look at
it's strapped. But
yeah, it's strapped there. But if you walk up and you look at the roof of this truck,
yeah, it's really.
You just think that the truck's totally gone. But then go back and open the doors and look at the lower pillars and the lower structure of the truck. It's actually a pretty solid lower half.
And that's why I was thinking this would make the perfect carbon truck, because all they need is the inner structures.
The main structure, right?
And Cody, obviously, even the inner structure is rusty.
Right.
But, you know.
So yeah, I'm going to say from here, it's going to be reworked.
But that you could take off of a single cab.
There, so that's not bad.
Enough about my junk. I want to talk about yours.
Yeah.
We're going in the shop first, out the shop. You got short beds for days.
When everybody comes over, I make sure that I know they're going to spend some money first before I take them back in.
Why do people always say they can't find any tailgates or any short beds or trim or parts? Do they just not know that they could call you?
I guess not.
Or they just don't know that?
Right here.
Needemz Garage.
On the back of my skirt.
Here's another truck that I got.
Here's another car that we
But the
picked
coolest
up.
part, the coolest part of this truck's gone now.
Yeah, they're gone.
So I bought this pile because it came with heart-shaped wheels. So here's the photo of when I originally got it. So you guys see it had the heart-shaped wheels. All right, now we're back, and there's still, I mean, it's a decent-ish truck. I mean, it's extremely rusty. But look how cool this thing was. I did not bring my black light with me. But, you know, let's see. Yep.
You don't want to see that.
We don't want to know what happened.
You know this thing was a party.
Oh, yeah.
This was a full-blown party.
The other day I took off, I drove it down, I put fresh gas and put a battery on it down the road. If it shipped out, I forgot that we had taken the clamps off of it.
Oh, it blew off?
No, it did. I came back and the camper was spun sideways. I forgot that we had robbed the clamps off of it. I put on another one. So.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with it?
A few pieces. We don't watch it. We're fixing to get rained on.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
So let's do a quick walk around.
Let's do it.
We can voice over after a while. You know, y'all can see we've got a good selection. I tell people when we talk about the trucks that we have mostly 67 to 72.
Why don't we just walk up and down the aisles real quick?
Yeah, we can walk it. This is 68 Lunar, original color truck, not been touched.
Is this
one right here? This is a 71. This is our crew cab. We haven't started on yet.
That's
That crew
nice.
cab right there is actually a very, very solid.
It looks super solid.
Yeah, it really is. It's
And the
an old
color's great.
It's an old welder's truck is what it is.
You gonna make that your tow rig?
Oh, that was the plan, you know.
Ooh.
Those projects go on for years.
Dude, look
Don't
at this
get cool and
color combo on this. And it's a short bed.
some short bed.
I love how you've been holding out on me. I didn't even know that you had some of these.
You know, we got to keep something for
You son of a gun.
the fans.
Okay, this makes more sense, but that's fixable.
Yeah, it is.
That's fixable. Man, you really do got a junkyard.
Luke, most of the parts came off of this truck to fix the red crew cab that Luke bought. That bump. Now, this is a
Wow.
perfect example of a perfect sheet metal truck. No real dents, no damage of any kind, but rotted completely out on the inside. It's
Yeah,
clean
it's a-
rot.
you can tell it's a salt-
rotted. It's rotted, but it's clean rot. You know, straight bulkhead, a little bit of damage from the mirrors right there. This is a little 69 Cordova orange and Wimbledon white that we've got. This is 67. Good solid bed. Straight sheet metal. The fenders right away went to a guy up in North Dakota. Y'all know, if y'all seen our website or if y'all looked at us on Instagram or on Facebook, we got quite a few parts trucks. We're stripping them down. If you see anything on here, y'all reach out to us and let us know.
So what you're saying is that everything in these videos could be bought if it's not already been sold.
That's what I'm saying. When you ask Boss Lady how many are out here, it's a simple answer. Too many.
I'm really happy that
This little short bed
I didn't
F1,
bring any money with me.
F11.
Oh, it's a 4x4.
Yeah. 4x4.
Ooh.
This little solid short bed black one. We snatched this bed. See that black one, that black long bed that we just walked by right there? The inside of the bed's right
Match 'em up.
completely out. It's going to go to a short bed conversion there. Here's another parts truck. Here's the parts truck we've knocked down. A couple back here in the back that we've knocked parts off of.
Oh, it's still on the
Crew
chassis.
cab right there is on the same chassis that we picked it up.
I love it. I might need the chassis back.
Never know. That's a good running little 306 right there that's got 5 miles on it.
Really?
The guy built it, parked it in the shop, never did anything with it. Another parts truck. This one, that's got a good
12 valve.
valve in it. You know what it's for. Crown Vic front end. It's trying to rain here, y'all, so we're doing a pretty quick walkthrough on these trucks. We'll go in depth more. But this is a nice straight, another Cordova orange and Wimbledon white truck, 69. It's 1 year only for that color. And then y'all can tell we're on the old farm, so we've got grain bins. That's where we store our parts. Anybody that sees a video or sees a picture, they see that one GMC right there in the middle of the pack, and they want to know where in the world it came from. That's an old truck of my dad's that we hadn't gotten rid of yet. There's another parts truck right here, 69. Skyview blue. This one right here is an original Pinto yellow. Long bed, another parts truck. I mean, look at how clean these fingers are. Go over to the other side, look at that one. I mean, we've got good parts. Y'all need good parts, y'all give us a call, let us know. We've got quite a few that we're
What's your number?
And
What's your phone number?
870-919-5954. That's another crew.
It's got a nice roof on it.
And that's a real solid roof.
Yeah.
It's real solid.
It's
roof.
funny when it comes to crew cabs, you don't worry about
Well,
like.
that's just it. You don't worry about what that bed looks like. You don't worry about what the front clip looks like. But yeah, the roof is just a roof shape on it. Another couple more that we've got right here, parts truck. This is one, and I'll talk about it for just a minute. But it's hard to find these short bed utilities. This is an original HVAC truck. It's still got some of the Carrier logo that you can read in it. That F11 over there, that short bed, that's an original. That truck's from California.
I like what you're going
at.
at.
Original sheet metal on the front. The front clip is original.
But
the
bed
cab is
isn't.
original.
Yeah.
It's as solid as it can be. But the bed that came on the truck was rotted out and it didn't belong to the truck. And I have not.
I like your idea. This is awesome.
And that's the direction we were going with. Is on that one right there. Give it more of an industrial look.
I like that.
So, there's a long bed version of it right here. Again, you can see some of these trucks we pulled out of the weeds. They still all have value in them as far as parts go.
Factory 12-foot dump.
This one right here,
Dual cylinder.
One, yeah. Buck can tell you all about it. This is the remnants of Bobby. We've got one we nicknamed Bobby in there. It's blue and white. You'll see it in a minute.
41,000 miles.
Pull the cab and the front clip off of it, and it's sitting on a short bed chassis in there. It's got a Crown Vic underneath it. Hadn't really finished the rear end out yet, but generally it's just got a flip. It's got an actual flip and C-notch on it.
370 positive.
370 positive in it.
Bumps for days.
Bumps for days. We really have more bumps than we do dents, but we're trying to pick up some more dents. This truck right here looks like it's been through the fire.
I like it.
It's green truck that they sprayed some black primer over the top of.
Yeah.
It's just got a nice crusty
Yeah, it
look.
repatinaed.
The intention with this one was, and I've got the fenders in there for the truck. I don't have the hood, but I've got the fenders. The intention for this one was just simply cut the skins off the outside of it, hanging on the front of the shop.
That would look cool.
It was a shop sign look there. We'll walk on around here real quick. If we can get headed down for it. That's one that came from Saudi Daisy.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of a make or break. It had a 300M. Wound up being a 351M. The engine wound up being bad. We scrapped the idea on doing anything with this because it had gutter rot.
The rain finally stopped.
Yeah.
So you were telling me about your Bronco over here.
Yeah, this is a dark jade and a light jade original color combination. And I got it off a buddy over here in Mississippi. I've got one out there that's dark jade and white. Y'all saw it on earlier shots or earlier clips. And the truck is an original truck. And it's got real clean interior, but it's rotted. You know, it's got typical Bronco rust and rot through on the wheel openings and down in the lower pillars. And I think there might even be a little bit on the upper structure part of it. But I've been looking for a good solid one. I parcel these green trucks. I mean, y'all seen us have quite a few green trucks in and out. And the 77 dark jade and jade glow short beds, another one that everybody likes that we just brought in. But this one is the dark jade top and light jade in the middle. And I think we're going to get rid of a little TJ. We got a little Jeep 99 TJ that we use as a family vehicle, knock around river vehicle. And we've all gotten older, the kids have gotten bigger, and I think it's time to go to a different river vehicle.
That would be awesome.
I think this one's going to be our weekend. We still take the top off of it if we want to. But this one will probably stay around for a while. We'll get the primer back off of it, get all this fine masking tape that they put all over the trim and cover it up with paint, get rid of it. So
What's next?
I'll tell you what, let's go back out this way. We got an F500 that we picked up out here. It's a little short bed mob truck. We've been looking at a few of these trucks. We can find them with good hoods, good doors.
Man, I love these trucks.
You know what's like, if you look at a 500, 600, 700, these bob trucks are the grain trucks, no matter where they've been at, this is where they rust out at. Backside of that fender right there.
I guess it held water.
They'll be solid, you know. I mean, look at how clean that truck is right there. And a lot of times they've been parked in the barns more than some of these other trucks. These half-ton and three-quarter trucks.
Well, they need them to work every time.
That's right. So
and mechanically, they always made sure that they were in good condition.
Yes. But that one, I hadn't decided whether we're going to build a dump trailer out of the remains of Bobby over there, that one that Buck had, or if we're going to do it with this one. I originally bought this one because I needed a good hood and good front doors for that red crew cab of ours. But when I got it back here and I saw how good it was, how solid it was on the inside, I really hadn't decided whether we're going to go ahead and knock it down or we're going to just put another wood bed in it and use it for a little dump trailer. Because if you live on a farm, y'all see we got 80 acres out here that we own. If you live on a farm, you always need a dump trailer or a dump bed of some kind.
This thing's cool. Nice little F500.
And I'm not trying to be rude, Solomon, but I mean, I'm staying out of the picture because I might be wanted somewhere. I don't know. So I'm staying out of the picture as much as possible.
Believe it or not, he's one. Solomon's heard this story before, but Buck and I have we've bought and sold and traded more vehicles than most people would care to know. Look at the
original bag.
Look at the bag in that.
That is so cool. You can literally just sell that. That alone is probably.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people would love to have that bag right there on a full restoration.
Oh yeah.
I know Carter's Bump Parts would like to have a bag like that. Shout out to Chesley.
Oh, that's funny. Should we show them that other crew cab?
Which one did we
The one that has no floor.
Oh.
So we showed him the one that we showed him the one of mine that has no roof.
We went around that way.
Yeah.
And we skipped over it.
So sometimes when you find a vehicle that has, let's say, bad floors, you find another one that has, a bad roof, and then you cut them both apart and you make one out of two. So here's a truck that I got from my buddy Tim, and what's crazy is it's insanely solid of a roof.
And you can walk all the way around and look at the gutter on this cab.
Yeah.
It's got some wrinkles down that side right there.
But you fixed that.
It's a solid roof skin.
And what's crazy is that's like the only good part. There is nothing else.
That truck. Yeah,
that is
right on the ground. I don't know if you can open
I
it
don't.
up.
It's
You can see how bad the lower structure.
Yeah. So this is literally the perfect truck to fix that other one. So I do have this as a candidate, but we'll see. Cody thinks that he could fix both of these.
Cody can. Cody's got the patience. Cody's awesome metal fabricator. And the difference between Cody and some of these other guys, anybody can replace panels.
Like you told me I could take your van on a trip up to the Dakotas. Cody broke down in Arkansas going across 40, headed to Arizona to go do some work. I'd never met the guy. I gave him a vehicle to drive 8 hours home because he was going to have to call family. I was like, no, man, this is extra. Go home. We sent him home. Greg went out and picked it up. So Cody's a nice guy.
Cody's awesome. And like Greg was saying, like, he doesn't just replace stuff. He actually cares. He'll fabricate something from scratch. Like,
Cody take a flat piece of metal and shape it into anything he wants to. I mean, that's what a true metal fabricator does.
So here's where you actually get some work done.
We didn't come in here to look at the pretty banners hanging on the wall and the nice, neat office and all the license plates. Solomon takes care of it.
Wow, you're making fun, huh? Appreciate it. Come to your house just for this.
Hey, man, it's just working. No, honestly, we spend so much time out on the road. Y'all know we're chasing these trucks down. No, we spent a lot of time out on the road here the last 4 years chasing these trucks down. We hadn't spent much time in the shop, so we've got a couple projects strung out in here.
This is one miles on the road.
Well, this is one around here, and people were asking about this truck when you showed that video of Saudi Daisy. As you pan around, you see about 5 vehicles, and then you see what that truck looked like, and that's the one we nicknamed Boss Lady.
Yeah, so I'm overlaying the video now. So this is at Saudi Daisy. This is this truck, and then now, here's how she currently is. So what's the game plan?
Well, we brought it back here. It had the original 302 in it. We got it running. It pretty quickly went to smoking bad. We just did a drop. We did a set of beams on it. We dropped the rear. Basically just rubbed this truck down and put some linseed oil on it and went for soft patina look, satin look. And then after the engine went to smoking, first show we took it to, we took it to Super Nats the fall following Saudi Daisy. So we found the Saudi Daisy trucks and went through that collection in June. And then that fall we took it over there, started smoking pretty bad, knew that we wanted to bring it back and do something fresh, something a lot stronger. The plans are to do a Coyote on it. It's taking back burner, we have this many projects.
The guy that worked and owned this truck out there at the Super Nats.
And we have footage. I'll see if I can find footage of that. We talked about it a little bit. But it was, like he's talking about, when we went to that show, there was a guy that came to that show that saw the truck and recognized some of the damage that it had to it on the inside of the bed, and proceeded to tell us that he had worked for the guy that owned this truck. So we got some history on this truck. But yeah, this is the one we nicknamed Boss Lady. It came from Saudi Daisy, and it looked a lot different.
Yeah.
Boss Lady keeps coming in here and asking how many more pieces we're going to take off of it before it becomes not so much a truck. This is a customer's truck that we brought back from the Chicago area. He's actually from down here around West Memphis, and he has a few of these trucks up there that he's enjoying. This one hadn't gotten driven much. It's again a 69 Cordova, original paint, Cordova orange and Wimbledon white. This truck came from the Pacific Northwest. It came out of a collection that Chris Winson.
I was going to say, it looks like...
This is one that Chris owned a few years back. And a guy by the name of J.W. Cat is the one that bought this truck and brought it over to the Chicago area. But he's originally from here, West Memphis. He called us and he said, hey, come up here and get this truck. I've got a few things that I'd like for you to look at. Maybe add power steering to the truck. Truck's a good type truck. We drove it down the road the other day, and it drives out real good. But he wanted to do just a couple of things to it, and then take it back over to his dad at West Memphis and let him enjoy the truck, because it's been sitting around collecting dust and just hadn't been enjoyed. So that's what we're going to do, that truck.
And then I'm sure people are going to be curious, like if they need this green hood.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
What about like these 69 grills?
No, we do the shows. We do a lot of part sales. At the shows, spring and fall, we go to the Grand Nationals, we go to the Super Nationals. Myself and Chris Ledbetter get together, and we have a good selection of quality parts. We have parts year round, but we kind of slimmed down and stopped selling so aggressively leading up to the show. So we bring a good collection of parts, good quality parts to the show. So we're going to be in Sevierville here in a couple of weeks. The weekend of the 19th, 20th, 21st, I think is the show. But we'll be over in Sevierville, Tennessee at the F100 Super Nationals that the Blackwell brothers put on. And we'll have a good selection of parts over there. So y'all be sure and contact us, reach out to us on Needemz Garage. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. And then our number is 870-919-5954.
And also, if you want to sell parts, Greg will buy them.
Yes. We have a lot of guys that will bring a small quantity of parts, and they don't want to sit at the booth at the trade show or at the swap meet. And if they're quality parts, we're going to buy them and we're going to sell them. So yeah, these are some of the parts that we've got scattered out here. I'm kind of going through, making an inventory of some things, trying to get some stuff ready to go over to the show here in a couple of weeks. So y'all be sure to reach out if you need anything.
Buck, this is your girl, huh?
This is Bob.
That was the 12-foot dump.
Yeah, this is the one that had the good sheet metal cab on it, Harbor blue and white. Again, you know, we've got stuff kind of laying around, but you can see, real nice, clean fenders.
Yeah, this thing is so cool.
This is good solid sheet metal for $1.
The 6.2 is coming out, so don't. No negativity, it's coming out.
So what we'll say is that's an almost mistake. Disaster averted, call it what you want to. But that 6.2 is not going to stay in there. We've got other plans for it. So we'll reveal that later. But no, that makes a nice clean little short bed driver. And this bed out here is the one that's going back on that truck. We got lucky and we found one that had pretty close to the same paint on it. It's not quite as clean as the cab and the sheet metal were on that truck.
I mean, you can always screw the cab up.
And this is the only truck that you're not going to see the drivetrain on or the cab on right now. But that little 67 Lunar Green right there, that belongs to Jolene. That's a little Coyote swap with QA1 suspension front and rear that we've been on again and off again, working on it. It's over at our partner Brian's shop. And we'll hopefully one of these days we'll get to start back up on it. So.
And now should we actually tell them why I'm here?
In a minute.
Okay.
This is one more we'll talk about. This is our little 73.
I love what they did with the license plate.
Yes.
That is so cool.
That one right there. I like to show people.
That is some hot rodding.
Yeah, that's old school hot. This is not a rat rod truck.
No.
It's just old school.
No, he wanted you to know that he is from Arkansas.
Yeah, he did. I'll tell the story just real quick. So the story on this truck is that we were on our way down to Dallas delivering a couple of trucks. We had a 49 Ford that we had picked up out in Greenville, South Carolina. And we had a 50 GMC that we had for a couple of years. And I had a guy over in Denmark that decided that he wanted to buy those trucks. So we were taking them down to Dallas area. And we were headed down there, and I just happened to see a seat pop up. It was a seat for a Bumpside or dent side truck. It was green, fresh, recovered, and the guy was reasonable on his price. And I told my wife, I said, we'll stop by on the way down there. I'll tell him, you know, if we want the seat, we'll come back, we'll pick it up on the way back. So we get down there, we get started talking to him about the seat. He says, let me take you back here and show you. Well, the seat's in the truck. So I asked him, what's going on with the truck? Why, you know, is he getting back on this truck? It's in the process of build. And he said, I don't know if I'm going to sell the truck or not, if I ever get back to it. So one thing leads to another. We wind up talking to him some more. He tells us a full story on the truck. We wound up we went there for a seat, and we came back with a truck. So this truck came home with us. It's got a 351 Windsor in it. It's more of a strip-built truck. We've run this truck a little bit, just done very few things to it. The short version of this long story is that we had a guy that came by here the other day, and he really fell in love with this truck.
It does have crazy patina.
It's going to find a new home.
That's cool.
The funny thing about it is, after you purchase the truck, he still made you buy the seat separate.
He did. He
wouldn't
brings
sell
up a
the
good
seat.
point.
He wouldn't let him get the seat.
When we worked out the deal on that, he wouldn't consider the price of the seat in with the truck.
I mean,
it was the price of the truck plus the original price of the
you
seat.
would have done the same thing.
Probably.
Should we show him that bad girl? And then
we'll take a look at Reese's, and then this little 77 that we brought in about a week and a half ago. So the first one we'll talk about. This is Reese's.
Why is it called Reese's?
Well, it's called Reese's because of the colors of the truck. As soon as we brought it in, you know, we're always nicknaming these trucks.
Well,
sometimes it's hard to come up with a nickname for a truck. Sometimes it's not.
I thought you told me that you had Snickers on your trailer when you were loading this, and you were looking at it, and you were like, "Oh, that's Snickers. Here's Reese's."
You know, you'd like to think that it was because of what your
You
truck
said
was.
that.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, now you're going back on your word. Okay.
No, seriously, we did.
Or is it because you live in Nestle? Was it that what you said?
Oh, you thinking about Nestle Road? Yeah, Nestle Road that turned off the bypass.
Yeah, he lives right off Nestle Road, and he's got a Reese's.
Yes. So no, I had Snickers on my mind. Solomon and I, you know, we've been running around with each other, had become friends. I had hauled Snickers
No diddy.
a number of times. Now, not as many times as I've hauled Gold Dust, but, you know.
Not taking shots at Gold
We
Dust?
won't talk about that. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. But
She's
I
still...
had Snickers on my mind, so we got this truck here. The color combination, it was a rare color. It's one of 165 with this color combination. And
you know what that...
thought right off the bat that it looked like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup wrapper or Reese's Pieces wrapper. So we just came up with the nickname Reese's for the truck. So that's original paint.
Up from Memphis in.
And it is. That's what we got.
I couldn't believe when he rolled up to the airport that this is what we were in.
Oh, yeah, that we were in that. You expected to be in something nicer, newer.
I mean, I just, you know.
Something Coyote swapped.
I don't know.
What's that one got in it?
I mean, from my understanding, it's a little 302.
Just a little stock 302.
Yeah, nobody would ever think those are good.
No.
It's not like it lasted forever.
We were gliding down the highway in that one.
Chilling.
Running 72.
Here, we'll show them. So
Okay.
how did you end up with this thing?
Okay, so let's talk about that one.
This is way too nice a truck for you.
So that 77 right there is one that we found really just by accident. A few months back, a guy posted about this truck, and I responded to the post, and it wasn't a hard sell post, but I responded to the post, but I never got an answer on any additional pictures of it. So just figured he didn't really want to sell the truck that bad, had something else going on, didn't pay much attention to it. Well, out of the blue, he sent me a message about 2 weeks ago and wanted to know if I was still interested in the truck. And I said, well, let me go back and look at it and see if it was a very solid truck. It'd been a long enough time now. I didn't really remember what the condition of the truck was. But I went down to Mississippi to take a look at the truck. He's just west of Grenada, Mississippi, a town called Greenwood. And as it turns out, the truck is a one-family owned truck. It has had an old repaint when clear coat first came out. The only flake on the truck is there's one spot, it's a minor spot up on the top side of the hood. But other than that, the paint's real good on the truck. It has a Cleveland motor in it. It's nothing special. It's just a good driving, daily driver truck. The truck when we got down there and we looked at the color of the truck, we knew we had to have the truck. I mean, the Krager wheels, you know, I posted the other day, posted a video. I said, well, this is what it was like to be a cool kid in the late 70s, early 80s with a set of Kragers on a 77 Ford Ranger and a short bed at that. So, no, that color combination right there is real close. And we had a discussion about that a while ago with the Bronco that we had back there. But it's real close to the color combination that I had on my first truck. So it's a beautiful truck. We got a lot of good comments on it, and that's it.
No, she
we brought
sold.
the truck home. Yeah, we bought the truck and we brought the truck home. So it's a nice truck.
What's in the trailer?
Oh, you want to get to that?
I mean, people probably want to know why I would fly somewhere, because usually I need to drive home.
Because you can never say no.
So
To the nice.
everybody knows I'm building Clyde, which is a beautiful single cab short bed, but you can never say no to more trucks. So let's get these unloaded and then we'll talk about them. So I actually did not get that truck. What I did get is this Power Stroke, and I actually traded for it. So as you see on the screen, this 1979 F26 crew cab is what I traded for this. I think it's a 1997 F350 4x4 7.3 Power Stroke crew cab, 140 something thousand original miles, and it's in beautiful shape. So I put the truck up for sale or for trade. Everybody kept offering me a low ball as far as cash went, and this trade came up, and I was like, you know what, let's do it. So I'm gonna drive her home. Actually, I could show you guys how clean the bottom of this is while it's up on here.
Well, how about that?
What?
We'll start.
That's the door now.
Huh. Leave lights on it, maybe? You think it's just a battery? Alright guys, she fired right up. It was these crappy interstates. So this thing was sitting in storage, I guess, and the batteries were a little low. They boosted it before he loaded it, and that's all it was. So now on my drive, it should charge and we should be good to go. So Greg's just gonna tighten down the cables because he's like, oh, they were a little bit loose. But basically, here is the new to me F350, and I'm excited. I'm not excited that there's no stereo, but whatever. Can't have everything in life, right? This thing just fired up first try. All power! now we parked all the trucks. We figured out that thing is working good. I think that's all she wrote, huh?
Except for selling them all.
Right.
Who wants to buy them all?
They gotta hit you up.
Hit us
Needemz
up.
Garage,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Needemz Garage, we're all over the place. Facebook Marketplace. We are on Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook and Instagram. And then Forge Classics is our other company that y'all seen a little bit of. Reese's, we got it on Reese's logo there. So y'all give us a call.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
And I'm still gonna be.
y'all.
We appreciate you. I'm still gonna be road tripping that thing, but that's gonna be in the next video. So like, subscribe, blah blah blah.